are you doing right now? Let us thank God for extending another day in our lives. We must be very thankful that God is so gracious and merciful that despite of these health-threatening viruses we are facing in our society today, we are still alive and continue on living under pressure. Now is your opportunity again to learn another lesson this subject, physical education and health, exploring the concept of fitness enhancement through physical activities. So, bring out your pen, activity notebook, and your self-learning module. Let us start our lesson by arranging the scrambled letters which was taken up and discussed from the past lesson. I will give you the idea and you have to analyze what this word is. The first word is about the relative percentage of muscle, fat, bone, and other tissues that comprise the body. What is it? Yes, it is body composition. Next, the ability of the heart, blood vessels, and respiratory system to supply fuel and oxygen to the muscles and the ability of the muscles to utilize fuel to allow sustained exercise. Can you tell us what word is it? That's right, it is cardiovascular fitness. Next, this word tells about the ability of the muscles to repeatedly exert themselves. A fit person can repeat movements for a long period without undue stress. So, what word is that? It is muscular endurance. The next word is the range of motion available in a joints. It is affected by muscle length, joint structure, and other factors. A fit person can move the body joints through a full range of motion in work and in play. That is flexibility. Right, it is flexibility. The next word is the ability of the muscles to exert external force or to lift a heavy weight. A fit person can do work or play that involves exerting force, such as lifting or controlling one's own body weight. The next word is the ability to change direction of the movements of the entire body rapidly and accurately in space. Another word tells about the maintenance of equilibrium while stationary or while moving. Right, it is balance. The next word is the ability to use the senses with the body parts to perform motor tasks smoothly and accurately. Correct, it is coordination. This word is the ability to transfer into force at a fast rate. Yes, that's right, it is power. And the last word tells about the time elapsed between stimulation and the beginning of reaction to that stimulation. What is it? Correct, it is reaction time. So we have done discussing about those abilities. And now we will take up the components of skill-related fitness. These are parts of physical fitness that help a person perform well in sports and in activities that require certain skill. The first health-related components is body composition. It is the relative percentage of muscle, fat, bone, and other tissues that comprise the body. A fit person has a relatively low but not too low percentage of body fat. Okay, example. The gymnast has a lean body composition to allow them to propel themselves through the air when performing on the asymmetrical bars. The next health-related component is cardiovascular fitness. It is the ability of the heart, blood vessels, blood, and respiratory system to supply fuel and oxygen to the muscles, and the ability of the muscles to utilize fuel to allow sustained exercise. A fit person can persist in physical activity for relatively long periods without undue stress. The example is completing a half marathon with consistent split times across all parts of the run. And the next health-related component is flexibility. It is the range of motion available in a joint. It is affected by muscle length, joint structure, and other factors. A fit person can move the body joints through a full range of motion in work and in play. The example is a gymnast training to increase hip mobility to improve the quality of their split lip on the beam. And the next health-related component is muscular endurance. It is the ability of the muscles to repeatedly exert themselves. A fit person can repeat movements for a long period without undue stress. The example of this is a rower. A rower who repeatedly pulling their oar against the water to propel the boat towards the line. And the next skill-related fitness is strength. It is the ability of the muscles to exert an external force or to lift a heavy weight. A fit person can do work or play that involves exerting force, such as lifting or controlling one's own body weight. And the example of this is pushing with all one's force in a rugby scrum against the resistance of the opposition. So, let us have another activity, and this is called match and fill. Inside the box are the words which you choose to provide me with the definitions that I will relate to you. We should learn about the principles of training and barriers of physical activity. The principle of training should be thought of as the golden rules of making fitness training work for the individual participant. Following these golden rules will help to guarantee success and will carry athletes towards their training and performance goals. All training must have a goal in creating physical changes in the body systems that are long-term. These changes are referred to adapt the following. Number 1, specificity. This training must be relevant to the individual and their sport. This can be achieved by designing a training specifically for the sport or even the position that the individual perform, the muscle groups that they use most of the dominant energy system of the athlete. And the next word is frequency. It is increased by training a greater number of times each week. Next one is intensity. It is increased by lifting a greater resistance, such as with weight training or by training at a higher percentage of maximum heart rate. This can be done either as continuous or interval training. The next is time. It can be manipulated by training for longer, reducing recovery times, or by completing a greater number of sets or repetitions. The next is progressive overload. Training frequency, intensity, time, or type must be increased over the training period to be sure that the body is pushed beyond its normal rhythm. Now, what are the barriers to physical activity? First, it is a personal barrier. With the advanced technology and convenient lifestyle, people have many ways to have an easier lifestyle and less active. So the most common reasons why people don't adapt more physically is insufficient time, and they feel inconvenient and unenjoyable also. They are not self-motivated. They lack support and encouragement from the family and friends. Second is environmental barrier. The environment which we live has a great influence on our level of physical activity, and many factors affect us, like lack of recreational and physical fitness facilities, transportation availability, and other than this, social environment is included, such as family and friends and community support. It is really important to have a good nutrition in the physical fitness. Is it really important? The answer is clear and obvious. Of course, nutrients are important food substances that help our body function properly. It provides energy and facilitates the growth and repair of our cells. So there are 6 types of nutrients, such as water, protein, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, and minerals. You should cultivate and maintain healthy eating lifestyle so that when you are having your physical activity, you reduce the risk of chronic conditions such as diabetes, heart disease, and other diseases. So the next activity is to write the ways to improve your eating habits by using this guide. Reflect, replace, and reinforce. First thing you should do is to reflect. Reflect on all your specific eating habits, both bad and good, and identify your habits that trigger your unhealthy eating. Next, replace. Replace unhealthy eating habits with healthier ones. And the last one is to reinforce. Reinforce it with new, healthier eating habits. At this point, you will learn how to compute the result of your health-related fitness test. To get your BMI or body mass index, which was designed by the Department of Education, and this time, your knowledge in math should be applied, right? Your weight in kilogram is divided to your height in square meters. For example, your weight in kilogram is 30 and your height in square meters is 1.44. So, you divide 30 into 1.44 and the result is 20.83 kilogram per square meter. So that is your body mass, which belong to normal weight in the classification table. Your evaluation or formative assessment is now here. It is found in your SLN or self-learning module. It consists of 10 items. So carefully read the statements before choosing the best answer. This will be checked by me after your output submission later. So finally, let's have one more activity. This is how you express your ideas and opinions through writing an essay. Your topic is how to enhance my fitness and how to encourage people to become to become physically fit by engaging in sports during the pandemic. Again, I will repeat this topic. It is how to enhance my fitness and how to encourage people to become physically fit by engaging in sports during the pandemic. Your activity notebook should be used for this. And I hope that the lessons you have learned today will help you to cultivate healthy habits and help you to create a healthy lifestyle to become a physically fit person despite of this pandemic. So, this is all for this time. I hope and I'm hoping that you will be an instrument to influence other people to be physically fit also. Bye everyone and have a nice day.